Hello everybody, it's Denise here, Denise Junk Journals UK. Thank you so much for joining me. It's lovely to have you here. So I'm not sure when you're going to see this video. I'm filming it well in front because I'm going away hopefully for 10 days. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I need to get some filming done in advance. So this is one of those lovely collage videos that we all love. So yeah, I thought I'd do a couple and then they're ready to show you while I'm hopefully off enjoying myself. So yeah, I usually collage masterboards. You know, this is my original scraps box. I have still got, see if I can find it, the one that I'm actually throwing things into, all sorts of bits and pieces. So I've pulled a few pieces out of here and put them into the other one just so that I'm working from one box today, because there's card pieces and there's tiny pieces and there's all sorts of things in here, whereas this tends to be a bit more organised. This is more actual collage in, you know, pieces of paper. The book page and the music page I've kind of got together-ish sort of thing. That's a nice piece of paper there. Yeah, so I'm going to start collaging from this, use as much, you know, as I can from in here. I want to add book page and things like that to my collage, and then if I run out I will start digging in that big one. But yeah, the big one's great for throwing things in. I'm loving having it, and yeah, it's keeping this one, you know, not too bad. I am going to ink. I have tried doing it without, but it's all part of the fun for me. I like the inking as well. I know it slows things down a bit, but generally you guys that love to watch, I'm just grabbing a piece of paper from under my desk, that love to watch the collage, in that, you know, you're not in a hurry. I feel you're watching it for relaxation, I think. Yeah, it's definitely not a tutorial, is it? Because anything goes. Yeah, so I thought we'd have a go at this bag. Did I say that? I don't know. Yeah, I wondered if I could collage this both sides and it would become sort of a soft, but thicker than that, obviously. Journal cover, make a nice journal with it. And then I thought the same with this envelope, rather than doing the, you know, what I normally do on a masterboard, which is a piece of paper and then cut it up for ephemera. We might do that anyway, but yeah, I thought I'll probably glue that down actually. Yeah, so we'll do like a small cover and a big cover, and then yeah, maybe in a day or two we'll actually make them, turn them into journals. Yeah, so that'd be fun, something different, something easy to pick up and put down. So the only thing I'm not sure about is actually gluing onto that, so I am just going to use my glue stick on the papers, and yeah, I may well let it dry and then go over it with, you know, some kind of medium, can't remember what it's called, but you know, that seals it. Oh, I've got a new glue stick out and I've got one there already. So the glue sticks have gone up so much. I've ordered some Yoo-hoo ones, or Oohoo, whichever you think is the right way to pronounce it. Yeah, so we'll see what they're like when they come. I mean, I'm sure I will be going back to this and I will have to, you know, just bite the bullet and order some, but I couldn't find any with free postage, so they were really, really expensive. The postage was as much again as, you know, the actual glues. I suppose they are quite heavy, but yeah, it was, you know, a silly price with the postage in as well. So yeah, I'm trying a few Oohoo or Yoo-hoo sticks when they arrive, and yeah, see how we get on with those. Oh, I didn't take the white off the bottom of that, but I don't think it matters. So I won't be able to tell you whose all these papers are. I will know Nanine's, I think. That's Nanine from Collage Type. And possibly that's it. I mean, I will know a few. Oh, it's got a hole in there. It's interesting. You know, like this. This was a painted paper from Nikki, who sent me in Happy Mail, or Mark Making Paper or something. It's a nice piece, but other than that, and this is a piece that came in Happy Mail. It doesn't go with particularly with anything that I'm using at the moment, and I don't want it to get spoilt. Should I do two small pieces and a big one? So I thought it would be a good thing to add to some collage, and it's yeah, it's different to the other papers I've got as well, so it, you know, even better for collage because it will pop out rather than using the same old. Yeah, so I'll keep a piece big. I don't know what I've got to tell you. I know I said at the beginning of, well, the summer, that we were looking to go somewhere in England on holiday. We've had so much stop and start and not know where we're going and what we're doing, and we were just going to get in the car and go somewhere, but we've decided we're just going to the caravan for the 10 days, which is on the east coast at Hornsey. I'm sure you want all that. And then we'll like go for some days out from there, and I think Mum is coming for a couple of days, and I think sister and brother-in-law are going to come and visit for an odd day, so that's the plan. You know, I think I said last time I broached this subject that the caravan is quite expensive to you know, to upkeep, and we've not been there an awful lot this year. I know it's an exceptional year, and hopefully next year we will change. Hope so. Yeah, so I had 2 pointy bits, now I've got 2 chopped out bits. Look, they'll probably be hidden anyway, won't they? So I'll have some nice big pieces to collage with. Should have done all this before I came on, probably. So what was I saying to you about my holiday? I can't remember. Anyway, that's why we're going there. We're going there and we're going to have a nice break. Long. Neil needs a long break. He, as you know, he works hard, and he spent this year looking after me and Mum, really. Me from my knee operation. Obviously, I don't need quite so much looking after now, but I will always be his. Don't say burden, I'm not a burden, am I? His responsibility, yeah. He's always looked after me, but yeah, not quite so full on now, so. But, you know, he's ready for a long rest. So I think it'd be nice to be at the caravan, because it's like being at home. You know, if he wants to lay in till dinner, which he's quite good at when he's not at work. You know, it won't affect anybody's plans, or he won't miss meals and things like that. Just because it's like being at home, it's just home from home for us. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. It's just, you'll know yourself if you've worked and you've had a stressful job, well, any kind of a job. If you work, you know, day in, day out, it takes you a few days, you know, to kind of relax and come down. It'd be nice to use that. Oh, that's been in there a long time. Right, better get started, hadn't I? Otherwise this won't be a short video, it will be an epic, which is alright. I know a lot of you like them, but an epic video just collaging might not be what you like. So I've got a few to play with to start with anyway. I've also brought just a few things, as I always do, just to round a few bits and pieces up of things that you know, will fill in little holes and would be nice to use up. Okay, so let's get going. Yes, I've got my silly joke book here for gluing on. Sorry, I don't think you'll be able to read it anyway, so I will refrain from reading them out to you, even if I think they're funny, because I've fallen into that trap before and it turns out they're not so. Right, I want to go over, I don't know why I did that like that really, because I do want to go over the centrepiece, because it's going to fold and it will be, you know, like a weak spot, won't it, if it's, oh, it's quite a, what's the word, interesting feel. It's quite nice feeling paper. You know, I'm into the paper craft. Well, one of the reasons I'm into the paper craft is that I love the feel, the noise, the texture of paper. I think a lot of junk journalists, a lot of paper crafters have the same thing. And yeah, it's nice, it's different. Oh, and it's squeaky. I'm thinking I might need to put my light on. I've just realised it's not the brightest of afternoons. There we go. Right, I resisted the urge there, very nearly told you a joke, an old one from childhood, but I didn't. So I'm trying not to pick, or I was trying not to pick particular papers out, but it looks like I'm going for, with the two I've picked and now this one, kind of a, I don't know why I suddenly changed my mind then, but I did. yeah, a colour scheme, a neutral-ish colour scheme, and actually that might not be a bad idea, might it, for the outside of a journal cover, that's what I was trying to say. Just means when we put something on it as a topper, you know, whatever the piece might be, it's not going to fight it. Yeah, it's stiffening it up already. It's going to be lovely when it's got both sides done, I think. Yeah, I am being I'm using a lot of these silly book pages for gluing on because I don't want to get stuck up. I haven't brought my my face cloth with me because I've just finished another video and I wasn't really thinking about collaging, and then I just thought, oh, I've got time, I'll just do a quick video, get one in the bag ready and saved for holiday week. Am I in? Yeah, I think I am. Yell out if I go off. Put the lid on that ink, it'll be drying out. That's it. I don't know, all the colours I've pulled out seem to hard to know where to go on the edge of that, isn't it? So it's got like a, what's that? I just made a noise, it's a doo-doo. Yes, it's got a shaped corner. It's got shaped corners. I can't remember what I'm trying to say. If it's even got a proper name, you know, when you make it tag shaped. Probably hasn't. Should have. So, what have I got planned? I didn't get very far with my my painting of my room. I'm about halfway round, so not too bad. But like I say, I want this cupboard taken out, and I'm waiting for Neil to do that. And to be honest, he's so run off his feet at the minute that I'm trying not to mention it, because if I did, that's what he'd be he'd be doing instead of resting when he gets in, so, or on his day off. So I've just put it on hold again for now. I really want to do next, I mean, there are things I can do that he's not holding me up, is gloss the windowsills. They're quite in a bad way, but we glossed the bathroom one a couple of weeks ago, and because it was too hot, and I mean we did have exceptional heat for us, and it was beaming through the glass window as well, which would magnify it. It blistered it before it had a chance to do anything. So yeah, I want to do mine, but I don't want them to blister because I don't want to do them twice. It's going to have to rub that one down to bare bones and start again now. And yeah, while I'm in here, I just have my windows open all the time, so I don't want to have to, I can't paint with them open because the dust and whatever will settle on them. Yeah, so there are tasks I could be doing. I will be doing when I get back off my holes. I think by the time we get to the end of September, we won't be far off by the time we get back. It'll be cooling down, and although I like my windows open summer and winter, not bitter winter, but you know, I like the fresh air in, I will be able to shut them and not die from heat or lack of oxygen. I wondered about a bit of book page there, so let me just, oh no, don't take it out of there, I nearly took it out of the big book page box, but I've got some in here just for the job. Don't know why I didn't take any of those big sheets out, do you? No. I know what you're thinking. If I don't know, how do I expect you to? Right, what am I looking for? Book page. So I've got music, I want book page. Did I use it all? It's a plane in there. I did. I will have to go into the, well, that's good. Unless of course I haven't put it away where it should be. Let's just, oh, I was trying not to take the whole thing out because it's big. Doesn't seem to be going down any. Right, what sort of, oh, some of that nice dark one. Of course it's a bit thin, so Where is my recipe? I've got a recipe book that's got a lovely thick chunky, there, love some of that one. On this, let's put that one over there. Oh, pita bread. So I really just want text, don't I? Let's have that bit. That's going to be nice for stamping on. And how much do we think we want? Let's just have the text and see what it does for us. And I'm losing all that lovely. Shall I really go for it and take all the coloured off? Right up there. I'm going to do it at an angle because I don't want to lose all that lovely blue. Oop, I only just did it. Well, I didn't quite. There's a hole. I kind of knew I was going to the minute I said I'd do it, because I always do. So I pulled that towards me. Yeah, although it's not very bright in here, it is still hard for me to see the phone for some reason. Maybe it's because I've put the big light on. The big light. I've put the filming light on. Oh, that's better. It does cover if I move it across. Super. And it's shining on the phone. So it's the beginning of September here, and all our children have gone back to school, and teachers. So when we go away it will be lovely, and well, it won't be lovely and quiet and peaceful because there'll be lots of people like us, empty nesters do they call us, who have yeah, gone back out there on holiday now. The kids have all gone back to school, so yeah, it won't be that, but there won't be lots of children and noise. Not that I mind them making noise on the holidays, that's what they should do, but I just like to avoid it for me. Right, what do we want over here? Let's get something out of the box, because I left a few pretties in there that might be nice. I don't know what I just grabbed. They were a bit bright. That's a nice piece. Let's have a piece of that. So I do know this is some very thin paper, so I've had it a long time. It's not very straight at the bottom, is it? This is yeah, it is. It's Pam at the Paper Outpost. There we go. Lace on letters, I think. Oh, come on. Off. You see, this is what happens with this real thin paper. I'm not taking the blame for that, it's the paper. Definitely the paper. I wasn't being rough. You were hard cotton, you were, weren't you? I hope you're going to look nice on there now. After all that. Yeah, it's very thin. Might even be able to see the stripe through it. Don't read the jokes, Denise. Look away. All I saw was knock knock. I was going to read it, and then I thought, no, don't fall into that trap. It would be rubbish. Ooh. I'll be pleased when this piece is down. It's fighting me. There we go. Everything's encroaching. It's because I've opened that box, isn't it? It's taken a bit longer than I thought it was going to, this. Maybe it's because suddenly I'm picking and choosing. Nice piece of envelope here, look. Sorry, I said look, but you couldn't see. Couldn't see it, could you? Even like that bit there. Right, let's see if I can get a neat edge. Oh, that's thin as well, gosh. I wasn't expecting it to be quite that thin. Yeah, just so I can line it up on that edge there. I've got that tiny bit, but we'll put one of the doodads. Sorry, did you hear that? We'll put one of the doodads. That was quite a loud rip. I've got to the stage where my book's got a big thick like gluey edge on it where I've ripped all the pages out, you know, the spine. Find that with new books, when you glue on them, that they yeah, they're stuck really well. They don't come apart like lovely stitched, old stitched books do. And I know they're built not to come apart, which is a good thing, but if you want to use it for something, just want something on there that's not too, not in your face. These are all, I think that one might go if I ink the edges a bit. It's a big piece, so just for a little, no, I'm not feeling it. Let's go with this. So this is just a scrap that I've stamped on. You've seen me do it many times, I'm sure. Yeah, that will do nicely. And yeah, it's a habit that I've kind of got into now that I'm enjoying, because as I was sorting my scraps out at the end of the last project, I had a couple of strips, and instead of putting them in the box, I actually got the stamp out. That's nice. Yeah, because I've got it just here on my table, got a couple of stamps out and stamped on them and put them in the little ephemera box that I have on my table, so they're ready to, you know, ready to go rather than ready to make, as it were. Yeah, so I'm growing some new habits as I move along my journey, my junk journal journey. I'm looking forward to, I don't know if I said it to you before or if I said it to somebody in the comments, I can never remember who I've said what to now. I'm looking forward to hunkering down this winter, because this will be my first winter in my craft room, you know, when it's frosty and cool out, because I have got a good view, a really good view out of the window. I see rooftops and things, but ouch, oh, I'm just readjusting my legs because they're aching. I've sat here too long, I think. Should we go something busy at the end? Yeah. Yeah, so I think I'll see a nice view when it's frosty and raining and misty and what have you. Yes, I did see, because the sun is moving around, I'm still learning where the sun is at each time, you know, each part of the year, at each part of the day. It's moving around now, and I did see an absolutely beautiful sunset here a couple of nights ago. The sky was orange and purple and pink, and it was beautiful. So that was nice. So I'm thinking I might have some nice wintry views too. Okay, so that took a little longer than I expected it to, but I have thought a bit about what was put in where, and I really enjoyed doing it. So it was fun. Yeah, I think that's going to be nice. Obviously there'll be some kind of topper on there anyway, so that's fine. Shall we crack on and do the inside then? Why have you moved that, Denise? I don't know. Right, so perhaps I should be less choosy, should I? What do you think? We'll get a few bits ready and then what did I do with my ruler? Can you see it? I didn't put it away, did I? It's here. Yeah, and then we can do a bit of quick sticking. Right, let's use some that are already done and we've got on the outside, because did I put any of that down? No, let's have that on the inside. Yeah, let's go for some brighter colours on the inside maybe. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know how much I'll be able to do that, so let's just have two piles going. Right, so we've got sort of neutral and colour. Put some big pieces down to start with. But that's the bit I'm on about on the book. I've tried pulling it off before and I've cut myself, which I don't want to do. I'll start on this side until I get on both sides, then I'll have to get the knife out to it or something, you know, the craft knife, and slice it off, because it makes a horrible noise, as you can hear, but eventually when it gets so big it starts not ripping in a good place. I'm going to start on the edge here. I'm going to go across the middle just like I did on the other one, but that's quite a thick paper, that one, so I think it'd be better not bent. And yeah, it's thickened that edge up lovely. Oh, sticky. Yeah, so let's have a bit of plain next to it because it is quite, oh, we're ripped. Very thin, aren't we? Upside down. No, too thin. I've decided that's thin as well. Let's have this lovely piece. Although this is the back, Denise. Some nice pieces in the front as well. See, I'm being picky. Stop being picky and put something down. I don't know why I beat myself up about being picky. Just slows the job down, and I don't really need to hurry, do I? So you be picky if you want, because I think I'm going to be now. It's like I've suddenly given myself permission to be picky. How strange. Yeah, so I hope, it's getting dark. I'm hoping we're going to get both of these done in the hour. I didn't put my timer on. Completely forgot, so I'm alright at the moment because I can look at the camera. But if I stop it for any reason, then I'm done. I'm stumped. Right, you can go in the middle because you're oops, thin paper. I think that's the thing. Let's put the thin pieces in the middle, and they will do our bidding. They will bend easily, in theory. Yeah, so that is a Tina from Shabby Dabby Doodah. I know that piece because I've had it a long time. Or, you know, maybe not that piece, but I've had those pieces for a long time. And used them a lot. It was I think it was a freebie from the lockdown, I think. Which was very kind of her. Yeah, on a website. You have to go onto a website. It's still there, I believe. Oops. Did I say Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah? Sometimes you say people's names, I forget you don't all know who on earth I'm talking about. There we go. Right, what did I say I was doing with that? I'm just going to do it closed, I think. Was I way off camera there? This is what I was on about. Yeah, I'm just going to go over it closed. I know it will, that means this side will be, yeah, go over it closed, Denise. I probably won't even open it at all because it's not really strong enough to become a pocket, even with this paper on it. So that bit at the bottom, because I quite like it. I don't want to cut it off. That fancy cut edge, fancy edge. That's pretty, isn't it? So I'll go with some book page there. Oops. I will have my phone with me on holiday, and when we're out and about, depending on where we are, I have lots of data, lots of roaming data, so I can be on my phone as much as I want. The issue is that I have is that actual connectivity. So in Hornsey at the caravan, I think I've said before, we're right on the cliff top, and the signal is absolutely awful, really bad. We struggle more than ever we have, to be honest. I don't know why, but yeah, this year it's been really bad. So but of course the minute we leave the caravan and go out, well, to certain places, then we connect, and we often go and enjoy cafe life and sit and catch up on our phone messages and things like that. But when we go to Beverley, which is one of our favourite towns, the next big town, I think, city, I should say, it's a city, got a cathedral. Yeah, it's one really long narrow street mainly, where all the the shops that we like are, and the cafes and things. Yeah, and it's as bad. There's no signal there, which is quite, I presume it's because the buildings are old and tall and high and block the signal, because I can't think of any other reason for there not being one. But what was I saying? So yeah, if you know, when this comes up, if I'm on holiday and you want to chat with me or what have you, I will still be online and, you know, looking who's commenting and talking with you, and just seeing how things are going on the channel generally. So I'll be around if you want to talk to me. I'd love you to. Yeah, I know that is a bit full on, but quite liking it there. Let's just leave it there for a minute and see, because I would like to get a few of these used. It's a bit too much, isn't it? Right, what have we got? Oh, I've nearly used all that paper that I got out, to be honest. I've got a piece of this. There. Stuck to me, I'm getting stuck up. So yeah, I'm not sure. This can make quite a decent sized journal cover, this, isn't it? I'm not sure what the actual size of the envelope is, but it's quite big. That's an official size, quite big. Oops. Oh, that may. Let's put it that way. Oh, I've really stuck my fingers up now. I've had them all over the glue there, and my indecisiveness. I'm gonna have to get a wet wipe, because I've got like 3 sticky fingers now on each hand, and that doesn't bode well. I see that's stuck up. Naughty. That's because I've got the glue on me and not on it. Go on, get some glue. Help yourself. There you go. There you go. Well, yeah. So let's use what's out here rather than digging in there. Then what have I got to do? Just that. Oh no, there's all this here. Denise, can't you see? It's just blending in, isn't it? Yeah, this is the piece that I ripped. That wasn't my fault. Still isn't my fault. Where should we have you? I don't know. Yeah. Any way you like. I'm not going to ink it either. I'm just going to let this one go. I'm ready for this piece to be done now, and onto my little one. That's still in frame. I think so. I can see my fingers. If I wiggle my fingers, I know roughly where you can see. Ew. Okay, let's have a clean one of those now then. Here's my wet one again. Right. Oops, that's wet. Let's have a dry one. Spin it round. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put this here, I think. Yep, I am. You can see there, just can now. Whoops. Yeah, it is. We're definitely losing light now, and I don't know why. It's still only afternoon. Must be that time of year where the sun is just not. Where did I put that? Find my wet one. Where's my clean dry one? There. The sun is just not that strong for long. We've gone from bright sunshine and red hot every day to quite dull. So quick. It happens so quick. Want another piece of that on there? Yes, let's use it up, and then that little torn bit I'm going to put in the bin, would you believe? Woohoo! So actually there is quite a bit of collaged paper on that, isn't there? Because it's like doing 2 collages, because I've done both sides, you know, 2 full pages. And if I do the same on this, oh, I'm panting. Why am I panting? Talking too much probably. If I do the same on this little white envelope, have I got time? Yes, I have. I certainly have. Then yeah, I should have used quite a bit up. I just want something on that. Yeah, I think that blends in quite well. So she inks it so that it stands out. I mean, it doesn't shout out, does it? That was my meaning. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with what I've got used up there, with bits and pieces, and we're still folding well. Yeah, it's nice and plain on the outside. Well, you know, neutral colours. We won't say plain because it isn't. Right, do I want another piece of that? I don't think that I do, or that. And there's a nice little piece. That's no good for collage. So I need a couple of pieces, don't I, of something. I don't think I want that one either. Let's open the book and see what open the box and see what it's got for us. Oh, let's just use that. It's already a collaged piece by looks. It's a big piece as well. Shall I put it all down? Not quite all of it, Denise. Not quite. Which bit shall I take off? Just below that, the image of that factory, because that's a nice image to go on somewhere else. It only leaves a little bit there. Now it wants this edge off because it's, cheers, that was my cup of tea. Yeah, oh, it's all but empty, so it will be very, very unappetising. I don't mind my tea cold, but I don't like dregs, cold dregs, as we call them. Is that a clean page? It is. That's covered a lot in one go as well. That was a good lucky dip. We went and did a big shop yesterday, big food shop. I suppose you've all noticed that every week you go, it goes up dramatically, the cost of living, definitely here in the UK. And it's beginning of the month for us, so it's when I fill my cupboard with, you know, the basics that I've run down. So, you know, like gravy powder, coffee, you know, probably not quite finished what's in the cupboard, but ready for the new. I buy tinned veg and frozen veg. I like to keep tinned veg in because it's so quick and easy, especially at 8:30 at night when Neil's coming home for supper. Frozen veggies too, but it has to be, you know, cooked from frozen, so it takes longer. Cooked from cool doesn't take so much. That is going to be a really nice journal. I'm pleased with that. I won't linger though, because turn that over. I want to let's just glue stick it. It should be fine, shouldn't it? I want to get this one done as well, so that we've got two to go at. Make some journals. Yep, and I'll do the same again. We'll go over the right. It would be nice for it to have different papers, wouldn't it? So let's just have a bit of a sort out. Some of these can be used for something else. So I haven't used any of those. So it's only these on that book page. On that one. Let's see if we've got different papers we can bring out. We have. That's been in there for ages as well. Let's try and use that. Yeah, there are a lot of smaller ones here, but of course we're doing a smaller. Ooh. She says, getting out a massive piece. We're doing a smaller journal, aren't we? Cover, that's the word. We're doing a smaller cover. What else have I got? Singing pigeons, don't know if you can hear them. That's the tiniest little strip. I don't even know why I saved that. There's not much on it. That's pretty. It probably won't go with anything, but we'll get it out and see. Right, that's it. So if we want anything else, we'll have to go in the other box, I think. Let's start with these though. What have we got going on? Plain Skittles. So let's have something down the middle. He's nice, isn't he? Let's try and preserve him a little bit for on top rather than cover him up. Okay, you're inked. Although every corner will probably be covered, seeing as you're the first piece going down. Edge, I mean. Not corner, edge. Oops. So we're toying with the idea of getting a bigger freezer to keep outside in the shed. I don't want a bigger one in my kitchen. So I've got a decent size. Well, it's a fridge freezer. It's quite a big-ish one. It's not huge, but it's big-ish. It's a family one, and there's only 2 of us. But yeah, I feel like it's not big enough for me to you know, stock to be what's the word? To bulk buy, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I'd like to get a few loaves in it. We eat quite a bit of bread, and yeah, if I get more than 2 in it, then there's not a lot of room for other things. It's got drawers in it, which I find, you know, takes up a lot of space. It's good to find things. I mean, we've had chest freezers before many times in our garages and things. I've never had one in the house, I don't think. Well, we don't want to bend her over the spine, do we? Bless her. Yeah, and they are great things. You can really fill them, but yeah, finding stuff's not quite so fun. And then I'm thinking, you know, at Christmas, if you want to get frozen gateaus and things like that in it, and Yorkshire puddings, I have to tell you, I buy frozen Yorkshire puddings, even though they're cheap and easy to make. That might stop, but oh, I've done it now. No, we don't want to bend her face in half. It's because I'm gossiping. Yeah, so things like that take up a lot of room when you've only got the freezer with just the 4 drawers in it, and you want bread loaves. And so, but I don't know that I want to spend all that money on a new freezer. Things are really expensive at the minute, white goods here. So I'm thinking we'll keep our eye out for a second-hand one, but probably me and everybody else in the vicinity. But yeah, that would be nice to get we might bite the bullet and that's upside down both ways, or am I being crazy? And buy one. We've just got it in our mind at the moment. What I do want, the next purchase that I will be making when we've had our holiday, it's decided and we're having one, is an air fryer. We've never had one. I've always wanted one really, but could never, because I don't want a small one, I want a big one. Could never really, you know, think that it was a good reason to spend that sort of money just wanting one. But I've come to realise that putting the oven on, especially on an evening for Neil's tea, you know, I'm heating the whole of that space up just for one person's meal a lot of the time. And even just for 2 of us, it's, you know, it's quite a lot. We don't fill it. Yeah, and money's going to be tight and electricity is going to be expensive, and it makes you think about these things, doesn't it? And I think there's so many amazing things you can cook. Well, I think you can cook anything you do in an oven, in an air fryer. Yeah, so much cheaper, just I think because of the size of it. And baked bread and things like that, we love to bake. We haven't been since we've been away from our home, not much anyway, and living with Mum and then me in hospital, and then I couldn't stand, and living at my sister's before that. But yeah, when all settled and we're home, we're home and settled, like we will be when we've finished renovating. We love to cook. It's one of the things, you know, bake. It's one of the things we like to do together. No. What do I want down there? Maybe. Don't know. Yes, I'm being picky and I'm allowed. I have to remind myself then that I'm allowed. A little tiny piece of this might be what I'm after. So yeah, an air fryer. I don't know why they call them air fryers, because it makes you think that you're putting fat on things because you're frying it. To me, frying is cooking something in fat. But yeah, I'll let you know when I get one. Definitely having one. I'm sure I'll let you know because I'll be excited to use it. I'm warm. I don't know what that's all about. It's dark and warm. Oh, I'm needing glue. This is a lot thicker than that other bag, this envelope, and it's wobbling about. I wonder if it's because I'm gluey. Where's my wet wipe gone? Ugh. Oh, I know, we could have that birdie on there, couldn't we? That would be a nice... Oh, it's the same paper as that. No, that's a no then. Let's try and use some of this map up. Does it matter which way I have it? Not really, does it? That's very thin paper as well. Shall I keep or shall I get rid? I don't know. Oh, stuck to me. Was that the answer? Keep me. How am I doing for time? I'm alright, just. I'm alright if you like a long video. Like I've said to you many times, if you don't, watch it in fast forward. I love to watch collage in fast forward. Collage and inking. Strange, I know. You knew before. If you knew me and you're not new to the channel, you knew I was strange anyway, didn't you? No, I know that's the same as that, but I like this. I'm trying to think whose papers these are. Not had them that long. I've got a terrible... Unless I use something and make a full kit with it, I can never remember. I just can't remember for the life of me whose they are, but I do. I love them. One of these fine days I will look it up and let you know. Yeah, because I can put something over the top there and then the two won't be together. What have we got to go over the top? About one of those little doodads that we brought. One of these little things. That's from the Meadows kit. That's Tanya at Tatty Treasure and Nanine at Collage Types. It's not right for there though, sorry girls. Collaboration. No. Well, guess that rings the changes. Let me just, oops, that's a microphone wire. I hope it didn't make a noise for you. Just see what I think. Yeah, I don't mind that. Like I say, it may well have a topper on it anyway, or something. You don't want to stick down, do you? I don't know if it's because it's coffee dyed. It gets a bit rumpled. I don't iron my coffee dyeing. I do put them under books to flatten, but I've done an awful lot recently, so they're not all under books, or they're not all flat yet. Some of them just get put on the desk and used. Yeah, I'm sticky. Right, I want a piece across that, don't we? Yeah, I don't know why I've suddenly become picky, but I have. I just don't know what I want anymore. I'm just digging back in here some of the things that I put in. Digging out, I should say, some of the things I put in. There's a small piece of that. I'm thinking a little piece of this orange, you know, if you just have a little piece. Or tan, or whatever colour you would call it. I'm not sure it is orange, but... There we go. That's people going past. If you can hear them, I think you probably can. They'll go eventually. An old couple across the way and down the road too. Yeah, I think 2 houses. They love to chatter. They're out and talking to everyone, and I think they might be a bit deaf because everybody shouts at them. Yeah, so I get to hear, sat here, I get to hear nearly all the conversations, which is fine, unless it's fun. Some people just stay for hours talking to them. I'm like, oh, go away. Yeah, it's me again with me noisy. Can't stand me noise. Yeah, we'll have that one on the back. Is that middle, that outside done? I'm thinking to put some big pieces on the middle, in the middle, whichever it is on, isn't it really? On the envelope in the middle. Yeah, because we used a lot of smaller pieces on that. Yeah, that's chunky. Yeah, that's going to make a nice, this gorgeous paper. Shouldn't really go the whole way, should I? Because it won't look like collage. I'm not giving myself rules, it just won't look like proper collage. It'll look odd compared to the rest of it that is going to be collaged. They're going to be covered over, so I don't know why you're inking them, Denise. The bin's overflowing. Oh, taking a big chunk out of the glue now. I'm getting a bit gung-ho, aren't I? It's getting to Denise's cup of tea time again. It's a bit short at the bottom there, but oh, you can see that chunk I've taken out of my glue. Look at that. You're an animal. Yeah, everything's sticking. That's quite a nice big piece as well, isn't it? Let's take a bit of the plain off. We don't want it plain. Just to bring the size down a little bit. Maybe we should go across the middle with something. What about with this? Because I have a feeling I will be reinforcing the middle of this anyway, so yeah. Let's put some thin book page on it. I am throwing that away because it's very thin. And if I don't use it straight away, which I'm not going to, yeah, it won't be usable. Yeah. Was there a particular size I was side? Can't remember. Yeah, let's have that side. It is a book I've read, this one. I read at the caravan, and then I looked as I was, because I don't keep books. Once I've read them I get rid of them. I looked at it and thought, oh, that's nice coloured paper. I didn't notice it all the time I was reading it. I thought, oh, I'll keep that for a bit of collage. And it is, isn't it? It's nice colour. Lovely. What was going there? This. And you just need a bit of ink on that side. And sticking again. Yeah, so those 3 big pieces I've moved it on quick, so I probably will be, oh, what have I done to my glue? Probably will be within my hour, won't I? Oh, just about. Just about. Oh, that's nice. Birds are cheeping at me now. Yeah, there's another blob. I think once you put a chunk out of your glue, it's not even anymore, and even that's sticky now. Let's not get into trouble with the last 3 pieces, eh? That's it. Okay. I'm going to get this bird in. I'm going to put him in at an angle just because I feel like it. Indeed, I'm 90% certain that's a Nanine digital, maybe even 95. I'm pretty sure it is. That's Nanine at collage type. There, you're in. Right, should have put something under it, shouldn't I? I'm going to have to butt right up to it. Ooh, maybe I should lift him up. That's it. That's it. Right, I'm down to little tiddly tiny bits now. What's going under there? These pieces over here still. I've got a piece of that on. I've got a piece of that in here, have I? Let's have a piece of that then. Have I done you too small now? No, you'll be fine. So I hope you've enjoyed. I'll be interested to hear from you if you've enjoyed just collaging and nothing but collaging for a whole hour. I know you'll be mixed, a mixed bag on that. Some of you will and some of you won't, but I'd love to know, just for future reference. Good morning. Not sure what that was about. It's not morning now. Just me being daft. Okay, what we put there? What shall we? No, that looks like a... We've got this. It would be nice to use it and get it down. Or we've got another piece of this, which, you know, if it's going to be a journal, is that a straighter edge? It is a bit. You know, there'll be one front and one back. It won't really matter, will it? I'm going to do it because that's that whole piece gone then, isn't it? And that will be that, apart from me off camera when it's dry, going over it with some matte medium to, you know, preserve it, as it were. Oh, a noisy bike across the way, I think. Yeah. Oh, nice, going somewhere. Good. So yeah, there'll be a journal in there, so you won't see that there's two pieces opposite each other. Yeah, so that's it. So I am, oh yeah, I'm in within my hour just. So thank you so much. Like I say, let me know what you think. It's been lovely spending the time just gossiping with you, at you, or whatever. I hope your ears are not bleeding. And yeah, I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.